Hey guys, Kevin Wimbish here, BBC East Family Pastor. Hope you guys are doing well. We're visiting with you guys via V-mail again today, and so I'm super excited about the guests we have in our time together today. It's Bruce and Dennis. You guys know them very well from kids ministry, and so they are awesome partners in our kids ministry, awesome leaders, love the Lord, love their kids here at BBC East, and so they're going to kick us off in a little bit about some of our safety procedures. So we're super thankful for how God is using them in our kids ministry at BBC East. And one of the things I wanted to briefly talk with us about today, you guys obviously noticed that I have this NASA suit on. We've got VBS coming up very soon. And so it really reminds me of our philosophy here at Kids Ministry at Biltmore Baptist is doing whatever it takes to reach our kids with the gospel of Jesus Christ. And so it reminds me of Colossians 3:23, which says, whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, even wear a NASA suit, I added that little part, do everything for the glory of God. And so that's really, I know you guys are all about that with our kids ministry here at East Campus, whether it's you're setting up something, whether it's you're changing a diaper, teaching a child something, giving out graham crackers, which I know they're crazy about those graham crackers, doing everything for the glory of God. So we really, really appreciate you guys. And Amber's going to come up in a few minutes and tell us a few things, just a general overview, remember, about kids ministry and leading in the classroom. And then Dennis and Bruce will take us from there in terms of safety procedures. Thank you guys. We appreciate you guys and love y'all. Thank you.
Hey y'all, we're just coming to you again with another training video for our BBC Kids East Ministry. Today we're talking about safety in kids ministry, but before we start with that, just want to do a couple of reminders. First one is you get your tubs every week, ideally every week, that are full of your supplies and your curriculum. Use those tubs, pick and choose what works for you. We normally pack more than you need, so pick and choose what works for you. The big thing is that the kids are getting the lesson, the verse, and most important is that they just feel loved on while they're in your room. So that's the big thing with the curriculum tubs. Another thing is a Biltmore policy across the board is you have to be 14 years and older to be holding and carrying a baby around. That's all the way up to 2 years old. So we just want to keep the little ones safe. So if you have student mentors working with you in the nursery 1s or 2s classes, encourage them to get on the floor and play with the kids, encourage them to sit in rocking chairs and love on the kids, but to be carrying them around, they need to be 14 or older. We just want to keep those little ones safe. Another thing that we need to remember is that students are not in charge. I love our student mentors. We have a great group of kids who are willing to serve every week, and I love that. But the adults are in charge. So, you know, you're the grown-up. Act like it. It's okay. I will back you up on that. So just love on all those kids, show the students how to do it, and we'll be good. So we're talking about safety today, and of course that's a big deal, especially when you're in children's ministry. So one of our wonderful volunteers, Bruce Dockery, came to Kevin and I with the desire to help us implement a safety procedure to protect our kids and protect our students. So Bruce is a wonderful volunteer. He and Tammy, his wife, serve in Little Ant twice a month and extra times if they're needed, and they're great. The kids love them. We love that they love the kids, and it's just been a blessing to get to know them. So Bruce had this vision, and he collaborated with another wonderful volunteer, Dennis, and together they put together a safety plan to help take care of our kids at East and take care of our students at East, and that's what it's all about. We want people to be able to come to East and bring their kids to us and know that their kids are going to be loved and that they're going to have a great time. And as a parent, you just want to know that your kids are being taken care of and that they're safe. So without further ado, I want you to meet Bruce and Dennis, and they are going to share with you our new safety procedures. All right, thank you.
The Lord put on my heart a little while back. I'm a security supervisor is what I do for a living. And the Lord put it on my heart that we don't have or didn't have any sort of Amber Alert, fire emergency plan, anything like that, and it really bothered me considering what I do from day to day. After praying about it, I talked to Kevin, I talked to Amber, talked to Pastor James, and they gave me the go-ahead, just see what I could come up with. Well, I started working on different plans, and like I say, it concerned me, so I went to different people and tried to get a map. We couldn't find a decent fire escape map. We had different procedures, different ideas. Well, as I was praying one day at work, I called Swannanoa Fire Department. Well, lo and behold, the battalion chief for the day was Dennis Gregory, which is one of our other BBC volunteers who works with our kids. And so it had to be a God thing. Well, I told him about what I was concerned about. It put the same burden on his heart. So I turned it over to Dennis, and he just took the ball and ran a couple of touchdowns with it, and Dennis can tell you all about what he's done from here. Thank you.
Hello there, my name is Dennis Gregory. I worked on a safety plan with several people here. Some of y'all will be watching this video. The safety plan is kind of in place for to make sure all of our families are safe while we're here on campus. Some of the training that I'm fixing to talk about is an ongoing process. So if you have any questions, please find somebody and ask them. We'll make sure and get you the right information. In the safety plan, it outlines 2 different possible scenarios for emergencies. One scenario could be a shelter in place, which means you would stay in the building in case of a certain type of emergency. Another would be to actually a wide-scale evacuation where everybody leaves the building. And both scenarios can be used for all sorts of emergencies. Shelter in place could be something such as a wild dog on campus or a bear. Also could be a security threat, somebody trying to harm somebody else. And there's 2 different kinds of shelter in places. One would be you shelter in place in the room that you're at. Second shelter in place would be the event of a natural disaster such as a tornado, where you will be given instructions over the loudspeaker system on where to go to be safe. In the plan, some of the safe areas for tornado emergencies would be the hallways, away from windows and doors. Usually shelter in place emergencies will be given over the loudspeaker. So if you hear instructions over the loudspeaker, please do what the instructions say. And do not leave your shelter in place position until you're given the all clear. That will be the words that will be used, is all clear. In the event of a wide-scale evacuation emergency where everybody needs to leave the building, the main thing is going to be for everybody to remain calm. Try to use a calm voice, try to use calm gestures, and try to get everybody out of the building as quickly as possible without pushing, shoving, running, and stuff like that. We do have assembly areas in the plan for where everybody needs to go. Of course, security is always a great concern with children. So we have all of the children going inside the fenced-in area outside. This fenced-in area is designed for people to make sure that that security remains in place until the parents can come and get their children. So we will be working on that training with everybody soon. During a wide-scale evacuation, it's going to take several people in key areas such as exits to make sure that things go as planned. An emergency situation is stressful, so doing certain things can make it go easier, such as hand signals that would be above your head. When people are walking and it's a very congested area, they're not going to hear your voice. You're going to have to yell, and hand signals will have to be above the head on where to go, above everybody else so they can see it. Also, they need to know where the closest exit is. So you need to be vocal in saying the exit is here. So panic people will know I need to go this way. Along with this plan, we are going to use the Asheville Christian Academy Crisis Management Plan. So if you have the opportunity, you need to look over this while you're in your rooms. Make sure you understand it. It is a very simple plan. That's what they use for this building, and our plan just mirrors it and works with our people. If you have any questions, please see me and we'll be glad to work it out. I hope we have more training in the future. Thank you.
Guys, again, thank you guys for joining us so much today, and thank you for Amber, Bruce, and Dennis for really spearheading this work with our safety procedures for kids ministry at BBC East. They've literally spent months consulting with people, asking questions, collaborating information. So they've really done a really wonderful job working on this procedure plan for the safety of our kids. And so again, guys, thank you guys for joining us today. Remember, VBS is coming up very soon, June 23rd week. It starts off Sunday, June 23rd, 6:30 p.m. here in the sanctuary, the auditorium at Asheville Christian Academy. So we're super excited about you guys joining us for VBS. Then Monday through Wednesday of that week, it's 6 to 8 p.m. And so Sunday night, 6:30, Monday through Wednesday, 6 to 8, and then we're having a big family night with both campuses that Thursday night. So really hope you guys can join us. We love you guys and appreciate all that you do in pouring into the hearts and lives of our kids at East Campus. Thank you.